With war in the Middle East disrupting how the world gets its energy, the impact is being felt thousands of miles away. And nowhere is the shock more acute than in Asia. Shortages of oil and gas have triggered protests in India and rationing in Bangladesh. There are long lineups for fuel from Pakistan to Cambodia to Vietnam. Sri Lanka shortened work weeks to save electricity, and Thailand's news anchors ditched their suit jackets to avoid using air conditioning.
Energy emergency.
In the Philippines, the president declared a national energy emergency to stave off what the International Energy Agency has described as the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market. It's made Asia ground zero for an energy crisis that threatens to cripple an entire continent.
Take Taiwan. More than 95% of the energy being used here is imported, and most of it is coming from the Persian Gulf. The longer supplies are choked, the greater the risk that some parts of Asia could be running on empty.
About 1/5 of the world's oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz, connecting the Gulf to the Indian Ocean. Much of what leaves is bound for Asia, a region that's also highly dependent on liquefied natural gas, or LNG, from Qatar. Since the war started, maritime traffic in the strait has all but collapsed, though Iran now says non-hostile ships can transit safely. In a statement, Iran's mission to the United Nations said ships can use the waterway provided that they neither participate in nor support acts of aggression against Iran, adding that any movement still needs permission from Iranian authorities. Still, maritime tracking data shows traffic through the critical energy choke point remains at a fraction of normal levels. Earlier this week, a Chinese oil tanker, the Bright Gold, was among the few ships to go through a so-called safe corridor. Crew members posting videos of the journey to Chinese social media, telling users they were carrying Iranian crude to the mainland.
Another more critical thing is, are there any ships willing to coming in? Because it has to be two round. Otherwise, you're just like clearing out the backlog, but the flow itself or the trade is still frozen.
Even China, with its significant reserves, is feeling the pinch. It was the first Asian country to ban fuel exports after the war began. There are government controls, yet prices for fuel have been creeping up. The impact is huge, says this rideshare driver. It's hard to make any money. U.S. allies like Japan and South Korea are tapping strategic oil reserves to meet demand, but still urging people to curtail everything from showers to charging phones.
The shortages have governments across Asia scrambling to buy energy at whatever the cost, and that is proving to be a boon for gas companies in the U.S.
The Trump administration has seized on the anxiety here, last week announcing $57 billion in gas deals with Asian governments, including Taiwan, where the semiconductor industry alone consumes 10% of the island's electricity. Every country across Asia is now on an emergency footing, with supplies dwindling, prices on the rise, and the crisis deepening. Janis, Mackey, Frayer, NBC News, Taipei.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.